Hello everyone, welcome to Blue Dragon Actuarial, and this is a special video which is a counseling sort of video and how to deal with sort of corporate politics, especially in actual career. So few days back I received a message in WhatsApp with someone asking, that person was quite depressed because she has to go through horrible working conditions, right? And I could relate to her because I have also faced similar working conditions, especially in core companies. If you are part of a core company, if you that is new for you, then you probably have experienced such kind of situations. And she told me that she is not liking actually the way kind of people speak to her is very demeaning and derogatory, and she want to give up actually, but she has seen couple of my videos. She has also enrolled for my courses, and she has purchased SP2 course. So uh, uh, she thought that it is better that she would speak to me about that. And her problem was that she currently do not have the knowledge, right? And that's the reason she have purchased my course, because I am known for that, right? So she purchased my course, that is the reason, and she felt that she could talk to me how can she improve her knowledge. So that was basically, that was the reason that I agreed to have a call with her. But what she told me is, I felt that I should make a video on this, is because there are many people probably unknowingly or knowingly going through such situations where seniors or your colleagues are every day ridiculing you because of your lack of knowledge, or when you are not able to do something which you are asked to do, and that person or maybe your manager is kind of telling that you don't know this, and you are foolish, etc., etc., right? So I can like, she told me not to kind of take her name when I told her, should I take your name, or should I show your screenshot or WhatsApp. She did not give me the permission, so I am not going to use her name, but she did tell me that I can tell her story without naming her, right? But I felt that instead of telling her story, I can tell my story, and the way I have dealt with it, or how should I have dealt with it, because I have not done that. And in all are my previous or organizations, learning from that experience, I have used that approach, and that might help many people. So when I joined Canada HSBC, that was a core company. The only reason I joined that company is for knowledge. I, at that point of time, I had a thought process that core company people are very very knowledgeable, and the people who work in KPOs are not that knowledgeable, and your knowledge will not grow. And to an extent, that thought process is quite correct as well, but that is not the like the one and only thought process. There are multiple maybe KPOs where people are working very well, and they are they have deep concept, and if you are one of the top performer in a KPO, will get very good quality projects. Like, I can give the example of Sun Life. I got very good projects and very good knowledge in Sun Life while my stint in Sun Life. And many people who was working with me in Sun Life, I think they also grew many folds when they got those projects, right? And I have seen the growth myself. People who were at my level, people who were below my level, they have also grew multifold, right? So when I joined Canada HSBC, the very first day I felt that there are many people who are knowledgeable, and I need to take that knowledge from them, right? And that's why on the very first day, people who are junior to me, people who are senior to me, I told them, I am very good in couple of things. As for example, I'm very good in coding. I have and because in code, people usually do not have that paper progression, because they don't get the time to study. Now the things are changing, because AI also made it a little bit easier to pass, right? But in any case, so I had good paper progression, and I told them, what I need is real knowledge, and how you do the regulatory work, the reporting work, that is very very important for me to know. On the very first day I said this. The problem with that approach was, I was honest, I was being transparent, right? But many people with that statement thought that I don't know anything, and they have to teach me, or they have to kind of spoon fed me, right? And that was the thought process. So whenever I get stuck at some problem, my manager or whoever was, the people who are my colleague, they used to ridicule me, saying that you don't know this, how can you join at this designation, how can you get this salary, and they were not speaking on my face, right? But they're speaking behind me. And obviously those rumors were reaching me, but I don't feel that it is like it was beneath me to kind of counter that rumors, saying that yeah, that these people are exaggerating that, and how can you say something like that, you are just using my vulnerability that I disclosed to you, use in that manner. But what I did was I realized that yeah, I have to get better, which I did, right? And there are a couple of things that I have to know, and I used to visit the office at 6:30, so early in the day, so that I can make up for whatever I did not know. And the surprising thing I observed in that in that place is people are not helpful at all. They were not helping, and whenever I make any small minor error, they were like, especially people who are junior to me, they were kind of projecting it as a very big mistake. And yeah, that's how that's how the situation is. So the thing that I learned from this entire process is you need to trust people, and you need to make friendship with people before you can disclose your vulnerability to them. And first impression is the last impression, especially in corporate world, because people are not, especially in the actual corporate world where people are not that good managers, people who lack the vision and leadership quality in actuary, because that's how it is, right? We are very technical people, but when you talk about seeing the bigger picture, seeing managing people well, not many actuaries are good at that, right? And that's where I feel that you should not I should not be that upfront saying that I don't know this. That gave an impression that I don't know anything about anything, right? And same thing has been done by her, like the story I started. So if you are new, especially if you are joining a core company, choose people well, right? And first become friends, friends with someone. First trust that person, first see that if that person is even trustworthy, to before you can disclose any information about yourself, because any information that you disclose about yourself in corporate world can be used against you. And in my future corporate career, whenever, not only in companies, even in projects, when I'm talking with someone, I was not as foolish as that, and I always started from this point. Yeah, I know everything, right? And although that might not be true, but I started from that point that yeah, I know everything. If I don't know something, I know the way to figure that answer out. And I also follow that approach, right? If sometime I did not know some answer, and I always try to figure out why something is happening, right? And that I felt is a better approach, because many people would have good impression, good first impression about you, and then when you are getting stuck in some place, they are also willing to help, rather than saying that I don't know anything, and people will just form an impression about you based on that, that thought process, and instead of helping you, they would just mock you, and maybe ridicule you and everything else, right? So I've seen every part of it. I've been rated the lowest, I've also been rated the highest, and I have seen every sphere of life of, corporate life, right? So I know the politics, and I don't like to kind of play it, but if I do, I can play it well. So I think that is very very important, and along with actually, you have to be good in that as well, not only knowing the softwares or the why of industry, like I used to say that actually is the person who knows the whys of the industry, but actually is also a person who can deal with corporate politics, right? And in one company, you might not be able to do that. There might be some negative image about you, but if that is not true about you, you will move to another company, and there you can have a good image about you, and there you can do very well, right? So that everything will, at the end of the day, what your current state is would be would be visible to the world, right? So it does not matter what your present is, what your future potential is, that will matter. And I hope the point I wanted to convey through this video, that fast impression is the last impression, especially in the corporate world, especially in the actual world, that is conveyed. And how you tackle by being smart and showing, especially in, like you do in social media, you say that everything is well. That is the approach that you need to adopt in corporate life, and you'll meet few people who are not like that, who are honest people with whom you can share, and over a period of time you will grow that relationship with them. With them you can very easily share that I need some help in this, right? But if you say that openly to every person in your team, chances are that will be used against you, and you should not let someone get to that level, right? You have a lot of self respect. I believe if you are watching this video for 10 minutes, then you have a lot of self respect. You have probably faced that situation, and you should not let anyone, including your parents, your friends, people who are very close to you, to toy with your self respect, right? That is something which is non negotiable, at least for me, and I hope that is the same case with you. So I hope you like this video. Please share this video with your friends who are in this similar situation. Share this video with the managers, because they might get a thing or two from manage how to manage people well. When I was managing people, I ensured that nobody is ridiculed for lack of knowledge. Yeah, if you are not sincere, then I need to have a good discussion with you. But if you are sincere and you do not have knowledge right now, I believe in training people, not in ridiculing them, right? And I wish and pray that world adopt that approach rather than the current approach that is prevailing in the world. So with that, I'll close this video. Please share this video with a friend, and I'll see you in future videos.